Okay, so this is a not scripted or planned video, but I'm gonna go ahead and do this due to the simple fact that I can hear shit that's going on in other people's hangars for some odd reason. So as we all know, when 4.0 was dropped, engineering got put back. Now, I will say that at this point in time, I have been in an industrial maintenance for 8 years. That being said, that does not make me any authority on engineering, anything of the sort. However, as much as Star Citizen is Beam Citizen when it comes to medical, engineering, salvaging, mining, it's all fucking Beam Citizen. I guess we can kind of understand why. But, I guess... Why did the music stop? Anyway, I guess we can at least... or at least I can... is potentially throw out some suggestions to potentially to make engineering a little bit more than replace fuses and beam your components. So for the most part, I don't know how we could go about doing this, but with the tractor beam, yeah, I know, Beam Citizen again, but it's not exactly like you can reach these. Go to Dumpers Depot, actually make Dumpers Depot more valuable to go to buy spare parts. Buy replacement hoses. It could be one generic hose fits all. You see one that's got a crack or leak in it. Let's say throw up a valve here, even though this almost looks electrical at this point. Like it's going into electrical. So I'm not sure. This could be one like flexible electrical hose. Could be. I'm not saying that it is, because this is 900 years in the fucking future, supposedly. But things like a generic hose at Dumpers Depot that you buy like X amount of yardage or meters of, I guess. And I guess you could have a tool that will take it and apply it and all that other riff-raff, whatever that shit you want to fucking call it. Those, I mean, yeah, that'd be a little bit excessive to be like, oh, replace fucking, like, fittings and shit. This would be probably a little bit more exciting to deal with, is, at least as long as you can actually see them. You ain't got, like, ones that are, like, on the other side, or... Unless it's one unit. I can't remember. It's one unit. Yeah, it looks like one unit. Where it's like the bottom. You could replace one of these, what appears to me... They look like weights. I'm gonna be honest. They look like fucking weights. And they're attempting to keep whatever is rotating inside in balance. And I could be completely fucking wrong. Because... on an engine of some sort, I don't know why you would need weights in such a location. I mean, once again, I'm no engineer, not even a modern day engineer. But you could come by and see that one of these are like tilted, cut in half, completely gone, and then you see like a little bit of broken debris at the fucking base of it or some shit. Tractor beam that out, have like a cart of them, and then, not as accurate as loading boxes is, you can slap it in, because we all know how, let's say you have like a U shape of boxes, and you try to fit one in that center of that U, the dip of the U, We all know how loading fucking cargo annoying is on this fucking game. These movable parts, clearly you could see one that's hopefully smoking, tilted, maybe not even smoking, because, you know, if you're an engineer, you should be able to sit here and watch this shit and see, like, hey, which one's operating, which one's not. Maybe even apply lubricant. You know, it's shit like that that could potentially make engineering a little bit more interesting. And another thing is not make it as fucking annoying as the goddamn water and hydration system, where every fucking 20 minutes you need to eat or drink. But you know, you could probably ignore this for like a week in game, you know, then come back and lube it up. Hose clamp, yeah, see if they're rusted out. If you know, shit in the 900 years in the future, you know, actually does rust out. I can imagine we have more easy access to stainless steel. I could be wrong. I don't fucking know. This looks like some sort of heat sink. And once again, like 5th or 6th time. Could be wrong. I could see it busted. Replace that shit. Just makes it a little bit more, the bigger ships, a little bit more interesting, you know? And I pulled out a Star Lancer Max, and I walked around in the engineering bay and there was like not a whole lot that I seen that could be done there. Was in terms of the visible hoses, movable parts, hoses. It's just like, if anyone's got a Star Lancer Max and you pull that out and go in the engineering, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Trying to think if it would be a reasonable suggestion to suggest these, even though that might be a bit much, because if I remember correctly, these are nuclear reactors, and it's just like, you wouldn't exactly just have a spare nuclear reactor or two just chilling in your cargo bay for goddamn irradiating who knows who and what. I don't know. I could, you know, I was about to say I could be wrong again. But, it's... Maybe I could pull the Carrack out. I don't know, but it would just be pointless. I mean, you get the general idea. Just look at stuff that looks like it could be replaced and make it a little bit more interesting rather than beam your components and replace fuses. I don't know. It's up to the devs. I don't know how other people will feel about it, but it's just... We can do more. We could, but do people want to? That's the real question. We can, but do others want it? At the end of the day, you know, ironically, I feel like making these suggestions is going to be like, oh, that's another 4 years onto the game dev time, so... I don't know. Did the Polaris as a, you know, base suggestion. You know, it's kind of the most interesting engine room. I don't remember the Carrack. I hate the Carrack. But yeah, that's pretty much it.